Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive deep into the really fascinating connection between what you eat and how you think. We're breaking down the science of eating smarter.
So let's just start with a question I think we've all asked ourselves at some point. Why do I sometimes feel so unfocused, so forgetful? You know, that feeling like your brain is just running on fumes?
Well, what if I told you the answer is way closer than you think? I mean, it could literally be sitting right there on your plate. What you eat has a direct and pretty long-lasting effect on the most powerful organ in your body.
And that brings us right to our first big idea, this undeniable and frankly kind of surprising link between our food, our mood, and our ability to really focus.
You know, neuronutrition experts have this great saying. It's not just about physical health anymore. It's fundamentally about brain health. And that idea is totally changing how we think about our daily meals.
Okay, so how does this connection actually work? Before we get to the really good stuff, the foods themselves, let's just quickly get into the science of what our brain really needs to thrive.
Okay, get this. Your brain, it's only about 2% of your body weight, right? But it burns through a whopping 20% of your body's energy. It is a high-performance machine, and you gotta give it premium fuel.
So to power this amazing organ, we can really just simplify its needs into three key things. Think of them as the essential toolkit for a healthy mind.
First up, we've got the building blocks. And the absolute superstars here are omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fats that literally form the foundation of our brain cells. They build and maintain healthy cell membranes.
Second, our brain needs protectors. Think of the antioxidants you find in colorful fruits and veggies. They're like a personal security detail, fighting off these nasty things called free radicals that can damage our precious brain cells.
And third, it needs some serious high-octane fuel. The brain's main power source is glucose, which we get from carbs. But here's the key. A steady, slow release is way better than a quick sugar rush and the inevitable crash that follows.
All right, so now that we've got the science down, let's get to the fun part, the actual hero foods that deliver all these amazing nutrients straight to your brain.
Kicking things off on our list, fatty fish. You should think of things like wild salmon and sardines as total brain-building powerhouses. These guys are absolutely loaded with those omega-3 building blocks we were just talking about. And this isn't just a nice idea. Diets rich in these fats are strongly linked to lower risks of age-related mental decline because they help keep our cell structures healthy.
Okay, next up, let's talk about some of the most powerful protectors you can eat. Blueberries, for example, are so good for the brain that some people actually call them brain berries.
And this is a perfect example of those protectors in action. Berries are packed with antioxidants and a specific type called flavonols that actually improve blood flow to the brain. In fact, studies have shown that eating blueberries can directly boost your cognitive performance, even helping people remember words more accurately just a few hours later. Pretty cool, right?
Now for a snack that, well, it kind of gives us a clue right from nature.
I mean, how cool is that? And it's not just a coincidence either. The science totally backs it up. It's like nature is giving us a little hint.
Walnuts deliver this fantastic 1-2 punch. They're high in omega-3s, so they give you those crucial building blocks. But they're also packed with vitamin E and antioxidants, so they act as protectors too. Just a perfect, easy snack for long-term brain health.
And I have some really good news for those of us with a bit of a sweet tooth. Dark chocolate. Yep, you heard me right.
Okay, but here's the catch. It has to be dark chocolate. We're talking 70% cacao or higher. It's the flavonoids inside the cacao that stimulate the brain, improve blood flow, and can even give your mood a little boost. It's a treat that's actually good for your mind.
Now listen, it's not just about what you add to your diet. Just like we have our hero foods, there are definitely some real villains for our brain health.
And you can see the difference so clearly here. On the left, you've got those amazing foods that give you slow, steady fuel. On the right, the brain drainers. Things like white bread and sugary snacks cause this rapid spike in blood sugar, and then a crash. This totally messes with your attention span, your mood, and some studies have even shown it can weaken your memory in as little as 1 week.
But here's the best part, and I really mean this, you don't need to do some radical all-or-nothing diet overhaul to start seeing real benefits. You know, the research is super clear on this. Making small, consistent steps can have a huge impact. Just adding one more serving of vegetables to your dinner, swapping that afternoon candy bar for a little dark chocolate, or tossing some berries on your breakfast. These simple choices can improve your memory today and help protect it for years to come.
So when it's all said and done, the big takeaway here is simple, but it's also really powerful. Every single meal, every snack, it's an opportunity to build a better, sharper brain. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?